Two men have been burnt to death and their homes torched by angry Mayosi residents outside White River in Mpumalanga. The community suspected the two of killing missing siblings yesterday. The two missing girls, aged 6 and 7, were found dead in a ditch. Our reporter Tumelo Machogo is at the scene. Let's go live to him. Tumelo, you have been reporting on this incident since this morning. Just bring us up to speed in terms of the background of the story.
Well, Desiree, we're just in front of the one of the houses that was burned down by angry residents in the early hours of this morning. The incident happened about just after 3 o'clock this morning when residents came down here. Apparently, they were searching house to house, searching for suspects and searching for people that they believe that they are responsible for the death of the two girls. The two girls were found killed yesterday after they went missing on Tuesday. They're aged between 6 and 7. There's two siblings. Apparently, they were visiting their grandmother when they went missing. It's just near the house. It's just meters from where the two children were supposed to actually go to their grandmother's house when the two men where the two men have been found this morning, burned down by the angry community members. Let me just give a sense of the charred remains of the incident that happened here in the early hours of this morning. One of the men was burned down here, and one other man was also burned down in that area. This is the house that is believed to be the house of one of the suspect. One of the suspects is believed to be a pastor in this area. We are understanding that the community, they came down here, they were searching for people and also searching every houses to make sure that they get the perpetrator down and also to get the perpetrator out. But let's speak more to one of the residents who are also part of the people who actually have been here since the early hours of this morning. Ndate, just talk to us about what happened here and what do we know about these suspects?
Oh, lo baba bulele namhlanje ubhutla bayithu namfundisi lo uyi1 ungipastor lo munye ungumshana wakhona, then itoko kwendeke kulahleke abantwana labayithu emantombatana labancane. Kwahanjwa nje baseshwa yonke indzawo house to house la emakhaya, and then abazange batholakala. Kwagcina kwahamba kwayiwa etukomprofit esibukweni kwabukwa wathiwa labantwana batotholakala mara akahanje kuhlala ngasemfuleni. Kwendeke imistake ukuthi azange sayasohlala ngasemfuleni la babale khona letinyanga letinye. Then bantwana batholakala sebavele babalalisile sebafile. Laba lababili sibabutile sisabazange bababona abantwana baqedza bahleka. Lo pastor uhlekile wathi na akatane abantwana akakababoni. Sele lo munye babambuta usayena usebenzisana namalimu wakhe, ngimalimu wakhe lo pastor. Lo babulelela abantwana bobabili. Bababulelela abantwana babakhipha ibeletho. Babafaka emabhaketini, bathatha ingadi bayifaka ebhaketini natukwesindishana etukwendishi lencane etukwesitsha. Bahamba bonika gogo khona uyinyanga. Usebenza ngalama pastila ngako angathi kusikukendekani ngako. Lokho kubalekile namhla. Laba lababili labafile bafele tono tabo ngokubulala abantwana.
Lisile kanjani ukuthi lo mfana lo ohlala khona la and ukuthi kukhona lakho this thing happened?
Lo mshana lo munye ugcina confess athi yena nguye lo sebenzisana namalimu wakhe uskimane neManigeria. Malimu wakhe bajuba lama pass babe sebagcina bahamba bothengisela amaNigeria. Lo mfundisi lo pastor.
The gentleman is telling us that the two men confess and they say that they confess after they've been asked by the community members to ask them what actually do they know what happened to the two girls, and then one of them confessed and say that they actually killed the two kids and also they removed some of the body parts. They gave it to the grandmother who's dealing with the body parts, and also they're selling those body parts to a Nigerian man. He's alleging all of these things, but also that one of the two suspects also which are also involved here, the two a mother and a father of these two girls. One of the gentlemen has run away from the village and has fled the village, and also the house of that grandmother is also right now it's also right now on fire. There's still a plume of smoke that is still coming out of the house of the one of the suspect and the grandmother's house, where this man is alleging that these men actually deal in body parts, and also that they've confessed this morning, and that's when the community members got so angry, so they started burning these two people alive, burning their houses and burning them alive this morning.
Tumelo, what a horrific story to cover this morning. There's 2 families that have lost their loved ones here. Have you been able to talk to the family members?
Well, the family members of these 2, the pastor and the nephew, the grandmother apparently has have fled the area, and also the father of the child has also fled the area. So we haven't been able to speak to any of the relatives involved here. But also yesterday when we spoke to the mother, because they live very close by, we will also, after this, we'll also go to the mother and ask them if they have heard about this incident that has just happened just a few meters from their house, because the mother yesterday, she was very, very distraught. She didn't even speak to us. We had to speak to the grandmother of the child yesterday, telling us about how sad the mother is and how sad the family is after the 2 girls were found dead by community members, when the community members actually went on to search, because they're saying that the police have not been able to help them in this area. So that's when they actually went out and started searching for those 2 girls, and they found them, their lifeless bodies, just under a ditch, just in this area. It's just like meters away. I can literally say it's less than 100 meters to where the girls were found and 100 meters to where the grandmother actually lives. It's such a horrific story. It's such a bad story, because 2 families have lost 2 people, and it's such in a community that is very, very close, in a community that it seems like they're helping each other. Because when the 2 girls went missing, the community got up and went on and just start searching for those 2 girls.
Just before the killing of the 2 girls, was there even a conversation in the White River community about trade in body parts?
Well, we understand that last year, in the late last year, a 9-year-old girl was also killed in this area. She was raped and killed, but we don't know if the body parts have been sold. But the gentleman that we just spoken to, he alleges that there's been a surge of this kind of incident in this area, where young girls are being preyed by people so that they can sell body parts. But the police, when we spoke to them yesterday, we asked them if they know if the girls' bodies are intact, and they said to us the bodies are intact, but the gentleman is alleging that the body parts have been removed. Some body parts have been removed from these 2 girls, because they're saying that they found blood also in one of the houses. In this house, actually, they found blood that they believe is of the 2 girls that were killed.
Once again, another story that shows you the plight of girls in this modern world. Tumelo, thank you so much for that coverage.